I'd like to do a general overview of the real estate market because I think it's important and you need to gauge whether now makes sense for you to purchase or to sell or to do both. And and that's really what I want to dive into right now. So Joe, how's the water? Is the water warm still? Is it good? Is right now, let's talk about sellers, right? How are sellers making out in this market? Are there any changes from a couple months back?
There are definitely changes. They're still making out good, but they're not. Anyway. I'm seeing less of those over asking price offers, those $80,000 over in less than a day, like waiving appraisals, waiving inspections. I'm seeing less of that. Not that it's bad. They're still getting 100% of list price or more, but not much of that crazy contingency stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there are certain homes like, so when we were talking about the luxury market's still on fire. It's still very, very hot, but you're finding that a lot of those buyers are cash buyers. So they have fewer contingencies to deal with anyways. And the financing is not that much of a burden. But when we're looking at where mortgage rates are and price appreciation is on the same home this year versus last year, and looking at that monthly payment, you're looking at about a 53% more cost per month for the same home.
That's crazy.
And also with buyers, Joe, I don't know what you're finding, but what I'm finding is that they have more power right now than they did have. And it's not a buyer's market, it is a seller's market. So you still have to pay list price on most houses, turnkey homes, but you're going up against fewer buyers in most of the price ranges. And by that, I'm talking about, let's just say $150,000 to $700,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're going up against fewer buyers there, but you're still going to be somewhat reasonable and aggressive. It's not a buyer's market at all, still a seller's market. But it is nice not having to waive inspections, waive appraisal, waive all the stuff that buyers found themselves doing without our recommendation there. But
yeah. I think they felt like they had to.
Well,
in many cases you did.
They kind of did. People are always asking, like, "Hey, is it a good time to buy? Rates are high, this or that." Listen, it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing or not doing. You're going to look at your situation. Okay. Does it make sense to sell your home right now where you're going to get top dollar and you're going to maybe downsize your liabilities, right? Or take that money and upsize and get something else? Like, yeah, it may, and it may not, like what quality of life, like what type of quality of life do you want, right? What type of payments are you comfortable with?
I've had that combo with a lot of my buyers, and depending on their situation, like you said, I always tell them, marry the house, don't marry the rate, because you can refinance out of the rate. They're going to drop eventually.